Okay, I had a neighbor give this to me. It's an Iron Horse two-stroke rototiller. It's been sitting outside for a very long time. She even said it's been sitting outside for a very long time. It belonged to her son-in-law, ironically the same guy I got my John Deere, free John Deere tractor from a while back. I believe it was a 111. This was actually sitting next to it. I meant to ask him about this before he moved out east. He moved out to Nova Scotia from Ontario, but I never got really around to doing it. I noticed this was moved up closer to the house. The John Deere was next to a shipping container almost at the very back of the property. This was sitting next to it. The shipping container got taken away. She sold it, or got shipped to Nova Scotia, one or the other. And this was remaining next, basically right where the shipping container was. Grass cutting season's here, so this was actually moved up towards the house. Lady, she's probably in her 60s at least. She said she couldn't barely move it herself. She had to move it to cut the grass, and she definitely did not want to move it much more, or she was just going to leave it where it was for yard art. I meant to ask her about it last week, but our hot water heater fiasco, I didn't really get around to asking her. So, whenever I see her, at least. So anyways, I asked her about it today. She asked me, do I want it? I said, sure, if you want to give it to me. She said it's her son-in-law's, but she could care less. And she gave it to me. Believe it or not, it turns and has compression. She even said it has not been running in many, many years. Just before the video, I tried to get the gas cap off. It won't budge. The recoil is kind of stuck in the out position. I don't really want to do too much. I don't want to damage the recoil or primarily the spring inside. So I don't really want to do too much of that until I take that off and spray some PB Blaster in there to lubricate it. Basically, I pulled the cord when I was at the house earlier and to see if it would actually turn or if it's just going to be scrap, and it actually does turn. I would imagine this is points in the condenser since it's very old. I'm pretty much guaranteeing it does not have spark, so I'm hoping I can clean the points and maybe everything else will be okay. I'm hoping the actual coil in there will actually be okay as well. Because getting parts for something like this, I highly doubt anything will be available. So I'm hoping I can get that cap off, check the inside of the tank. Tank's actually solid. Looking at the side here, this is actually the choke. It's not hooked up. You can see it goes right here on the linkage. Little tiny float bowl, little tiny draft carburetor. That's a straight through carburetor. So most likely this will probably run at one idle, and that's it. I have not seen a throttle as of yet, just the choke. Since I know it's a choke, since it's at the very back, if it had a throttle, the throttle will be up here. Has this right here, this could be the throttle. And there was definitely a sticker right here at one time. So the idea with this will be definitely try and get it running and see if it works before I do anything else with it, before I decide to scrap it. Like I said, she was going to use it as yard art since she didn't want to have to move it anymore, and she only lives 2 doors down, so I don't think I should use it as yard art, since that's basically what she was going to use it for. So definitely I want to try and get it running or scrap it, but it's being an antique, I don't like scrapping antiques. I had those reel mowers a while back. It really hurt me to scrap those, even though it was my fault why I had to scrap them. But the tines are here. I don't know. It moves on that side, and it moves on that side. So it's definitely got potential. Considering all things considered, it definitely does have potential. So I'm hoping to get all my other tractors in the next couple days, and this will definitely be on the list. We have a tiller, but it's a piece of junk. This might actually work out for a replacement for the one that we have. The one we have needs an engine. So maybe, just maybe, this one will work out. So I'll talk to them there. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe, comment, and check out your iron horse. Bye for now.